I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up guys? Average Sniper here, and welcome to another PUBG Xbox One video. Now, I had previously made a video about one of my strategies for getting wins in solo on Xbox One, Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, and a lot of people commented and said, man, it'd be awesome if you basically took us from start to finish through a game and just walked us through your thought process. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I have edited out boring parts like running through fields forever and driving forever and things like that, but for the most part, everything is still here and compressed down to a little under 12 minutes so that I can explain to you guys what exactly I do. So first thing, right here, I'm trying to land and get to the building before anyone else. I did look around while I was on the parachute, and that's important, to look around and see if any enemies are landing close to you. Now, I didn't see where they actually landed, but I did take note that some people jumped out of the plane around the same time as me and seemed to be going in the general direction. I loot up everything I can, and I cautiously I always am listening cautiously to what's around me. Because sound is incredibly important in this game. Most of the kills I get are on enemies that get surprised because I hear them coming and they don't know that I'm there. Or they hear me coming and I try to confuse them with different sounds moving back and forth and stuff like that. You'll see a perfect example of this coming up. As I run towards this housing complex here, I am kind of expecting someone to be there because no one was at the last set of houses I just looted. You know, I've got an AK, I've got a shotgun, I've got level 1 everything. I'm ready for a fight, and still want to find some better gear. But right here, I hear footsteps, and I'm like, okay, there he is. Now, he didn't know I was there. He got surprised, and we had a good fight. I could have taken a little less damage if I was a little more patient and just kind of leaned out instead of exposing my whole body to shoot him. But I thought I had the upper hand because I was fairly certain he had no idea that I was standing right there. So I just went full auto on the guy and took him out. Now, I didn't finish looting him because I'm not sure if there's other enemies around here, but I did notice he had a couple boosts. So I cautiously go back up to his crate, I get the boosts, and then I go back to the wall and try to pick a spot to boost where I think nobody will shoot me. At this point, I'm still playing cautious because I'm not sure if anybody else is around this area. Now, I pulled the map up here, and I decided there was nobody else around, and I finished looting the rest of the houses. I pulled the map up, and I picked a place to go. It's very important that you get to the safe zone quickly as possible and always have a destination in mind. I like to, if I'm going for the chicken dinners, I like to have some really good cover, which is usually a building or a group of buildings that I can move around in, shoot out windows, and do things like that. So I got to these buildings, and they had already been looted, but I ran through it real quick just to see if there was anything left over. Found a couple little goodies, but nothing special. And I am up to level 2 gear now, so I'm feeling pretty good. Level 3 gear is the best, but level 2 is really good too. It'll let you take a couple more. It'll let you take a couple more bullets than the level 1 body armor, so that's really good. Now that I've got to my destination, I'm going to pick another place to go, and I'm going to look for a vehicle. I've seen this vehicle sitting out here. I'm not sure if anybody is like camping it or not, and one of the strategies I use when I'm not sure if somebody's camping the vehicle is to jump in the vehicle, pretend like I'm going to start it, and then jump out. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't work very well on Xbox, as I found out. I got in the vehicle, I tried to jump out with B, it wouldn't let me, so I just took off. So I guess that strategy works on PC only, where you can jump in and out of the vehicles really fast without any wait time or delay. So I decided to stop here, which was not my destination, but it looked unlooted, and as soon as I stopped, this maniac in the Dacia just drove right up to me and circled around. I thought I hit him a couple times there, so I was going to chase him. I'm very aggressive when somebody drives up, so I'm like, I'm going to go chase him, but here he is. So I decided to ram him instead. He drove right through my ram, and I'm pretty sure he got hit a couple more times right there. So now I'm thinking 1 or 2 more bullets, this guy is done, bro. 1 or 2 more bullets, and he is done. So I run up just in time to see him hopping through the window. He doesn't want to fight. He wants to heal. Don't give them the chance to heal, guys. Don't give them the chance to heal. Use your sound. I can hear that he went right up these stairs. He was pretty smart about his positioning, but he simply just didn't have enough health to get me. So pushing him was a perfect thing. A lot of people will wait. You know, sometimes if you already damaged your enemy and there's no other enemies around, you don't need to wait. You can just go right up to them and finish them off. You know what I'm saying? And that works best for me. So I play very aggressive when people corner me or when people drive up to me. Now, I finally arrived at my destination. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check each house. It looks unlooted, and it does turn out to be completely unlooted. There's no enemies here. So I finished my looting, and I'm going to run out to the shack just to make sure there's nothing special in here. Sometimes I run into a shack and find some really nice stuff, and I actually end up finding a DP-28 with 90 rounds of ammo. Now, I already have an AK, so I didn't pick that up. It looks like there's actually 120 rounds of ammo on this, so now I got all the ammo I need for my AK. I've got an M16 with a 4x scope and an AK with a red dot. So I'm going to use my AK for close range encounters and my M16 for long range encounters. Now, I don't necessarily want to get trapped in a house and have to shoot out windows because that exposes your head too much. I want to kind of be in the corner of the complex where I can see people coming, I can hear things. So I'm going to play defensively. We've only got 30 people left. The circle is shrinking small. And, soon enough, somebody comes running up. I can hear them, so I stop moving because I'm pretty sure they don't see me based on where I heard the sound. And I just wait. Listen for footsteps. If you don't have a good headset, get one because I think sound is almost as important as sight in this game. I could hear that guy all the way from here walking around in the house. If you can't hear that, you're not going to know he's there. So I just wait for him to go out into the open, and then I take him out. Pretty easy shot right there. He died before he even knew what was happening. He probably only had a level 1 vest. It looks like it only took 3 AK bullets to take him out. Maybe one of them hit him in the head. I don't know. It was on full auto. And then right after that, I hear a car pulling up. And I'm like, okay, so what's going to happen? Remember, you have the advantage if they don't know where you are. So if you don't obviously want to jump in front of the car and say, hey, they'll probably run you over. This guy stopped right here. I saw he was going to go into the house. He makes a smart play by backing away from the doorway. If he hadn't backed away from the doorway right there, he would have been killed because I was kind of pre-firing the doorway. I still end up getting him because he basically had nowhere to go. He was hurt so bad he didn't want to stop and heal because he probably knew I would have just run up and shot him. He decided to play it aggressive, which was probably the only strategy he had and probably the same thing I would have done. Notice how I used my cover to my advantage, and I only peeked out enough to get the shot on him. I didn't step my whole body out there and take a shot. The guy looked like he knew what he was doing, so I played it a little more cautious than I play with the other people. He ended up getting killed. I didn't really take any damage, and I ended up getting a level 3 backpack, level 3 helmet, and some more ammo and health out of the deal. Now we're getting into the final circle. 12 people left. I'm thinking full defense. I don't want to run out in the open and start a fight because there's going to be 10 other people other than me and the guy I'm looking at. So right now I'm just going to kind of observe and take out threats that are close to me. This is the part of the game that a lot of people have trouble with because you've got so many people in a confined area. Should you shoot at somebody? Should you not shoot at somebody? That's what I'm going to talk about right now. All right, so right here I can hear the gunshots coming somewhere to my 165 southeast area, and I'm looking and I don't see anybody, but all of a sudden I do. There's the guy. Now I'm also thinking there's probably another guy out here too. It looks like he's kind of running down to have a fight because he's not running towards the circle. What's his motive? What's he doing? I ask myself these questions. So I'm gonna get behind this tree. And it looks like he sees me, so I take some shots at him. Unfortunately, I don't finish him off. And then I see the guy he was fighting with, just running right up to him. So I immediately start shooting at these guys. You definitely want to engage targets that are this close to you in the final circle, because they are major threats, even if they don't see you. They can turn around and see you at any second. So now we've got a standoff, tree to tree. I'm hoping nobody's behind me and nobody's coming up beside me, because if there is somebody that heard these gunshots, I'm screwed. And I don't want to give up my position because this guy will shoot me. We're both outside of the safe zone, but he's going to have to run towards me long before I have to move because I literally only have to move a few meters. Here comes the blue. Notice how I'm peeking back and forth, trying not to give him an easy shot on me. As soon as the blue touches him, he's like, oh shit, I gotta go. And he ends up getting totally destroyed right here. So keep your cool and, always respect the blue, but remember, you can use the blue to your advantage. You gotta stay close to the white circle to the safe zone. Now, I didn't see much cover out here other than some trees. I don't really like being on trees very much because they're a very common place for enemies to look. When I'm in the final circle, I'm always looking at trees. Sometimes being in a bush is your best bet because people just overlook you, They just overlook you. Now, this guy I'm just observing. I don't want to start shooting at him because he's so far away. And honestly, there's only 4 enemies left. I'm not sure if one could be laying right beside me. And I don't want to get up and start running in circles looking for him. Now, the blue starts pushing me. So I just kind of calmly move up. I'm crouch running because I don't have to move very fast from this blue. And I see another guy. He was very close to me. didn't even know I was there. So I decided to start shooting at him. I don't know why he goes prone right here, but the blue keeps messing with my shots here. I don't want to be in the blue and continue shooting, so I'm just trying to kind of wound this guy until I can get into the safe zone and finish him off, like right here. Then I fully move into the safe zone, and I'm looking at this rock because this is the closest thing to me. I've taken a little damage from the blue, but I have boosted up. Boosting up is very important. Keeping your boost bar at 3/4 or full boost during the final circle is very, very important. That way, if you get into a gunfight and you lose some health, you don't have to sit there and spend 5 to 7 seconds doing energy drinks and painkillers while your enemy is approaching. They're already working to your benefit. So now I hear some gunshots up here. So I'm like, okay, there's only 3 enemies left. I'm going to creep up here and see what I can do. I see another bush. I just get inside it. I see the guy standing right out in the open shooting. Something you should never do in the final circle. He is an easy kill. Now, he was shooting at somebody that looked like they were to my 75, 65 area over here. So now I'm thinking, nobody shot at me yet, so I think I'm safe in this bush. It's definitely not good cover, but it is good concealment. And there is a guy I had no idea was even there, okay? He moved around the edge of the blue, and I didn't hear him until he was already close. But fortunately, he didn't see me because I was concealed in that bush. You know, don't underestimate the bush strategy. You don't want to sit in a bush the entire match, but in the final circle, if there's only trees and rocks and nobody sees you, your bush might be your best bet. I see the final guy right here with his back to me. That was just pure luck right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you win many, many chicken dinners. Let me know in the comments you guys' strategy and opinions. See y'all later.